Today, we share God's heart for Edge Church as we share vision for 2023. We don't want to miss an opportunity to remember God's faithfulness. And so let's look back at 2022. In March, we shared the focus to rebuild. Rebuild culture, rebuild next gen, and rebuild discipleship.
As we look back at the past year, we give thanks and celebrate God's goodness, God's faithfulness. We are a house of praise with higher engagement in worship to God. Sunday series like Habits, Rebuild, The Good Shepherd, 50 Days, Extraordinary, Bless, Plot Twist, and Made Whole have created an environment and opportunity for God to do a deep work.
We've seen a growing culture of creating a sense of belonging. We show this in our love for food, having fun, drinking coffee, and connecting with each other.
Our live stream services are significant. We love our online congregation of over 150 consistent people watching live each Sunday, with a reach of an additional 200 watching on demand throughout the week. And we've seen a stream of new people and new families experiencing God and finding their home at Edge Church.
Prayer has been our first response and not our last resort, with an increased dependency and desire for prayer. From after services, our quarterly prayer services, the 5 days of prayer in our Easter week, to the growing demand of intercessory prayer sent via our WhatsApp line, our God first, pray first culture has grown.
Rebuilding in our next generation is happening. From the start of 2022, we've seen people rise up, pick up their brick, and begin to rebuild by joining the next gen teams.
And we saw the entire church rally around Holiday Club with 244 volunteers serving 530 kids, a tangible opportunity to truly make the community livable again. In July, we celebrated the launch of Epic Fridays, ministering to over 100 kids each Friday. Elevate has continued to grow significantly to over 130 teens with an increased focus on discipleship.
God has been faithful as we've committed to rebuild in discipleship. Success is measured in stories, and we've seen this reflected throughout the year. We celebrate the launch of our Welcome Home Dinner, a space that shares our culture. In 10 months, we've seen 210 people join us for a time of connection to explore Edge Church as their home. The startup of our very own Discipleship 101 in August has seen 26 people grow deeper in understanding their purpose in God.
The fruits are shown through our baptism services, where we've celebrated 40 people taking the step of obedience. 171 people have been part of freedom groups, experiencing God's truth and transformation, with many taking their next steps. And other opportunities like the marriage course, premarital, counseling, grief care, coffee cup training, and of course our amazing team nights. And we can't forget how our seniors have doubled, even tripled in growth with their monthly connects.
We have seen God's faithfulness in our church finances with a level of recovery post-COVID. The church has really been blessed. While there are many people in very difficult financial situations, we are seeing a far higher engagement in church life and a resultant participation in giving. Many people doing their little bit. We've also been able to partner with Aslan and Ons Plek in our Thanksgiving offering, and over the course of the last year, gave 14% of our income to missions and other outward initiatives.
We ended 2022 in the best way possible with our Christmas season, seeing so many come together to serve and love our community. How exciting it was to have our Christmas spectacular, seeing 1,904 people joining, with 270 volunteers serving. We saw the parking lot filled with people, great food, fun for the whole family, and a space for the community to belong. 1,415 people joined for our Christmas services on the 24th and 25th, with many guests, as we celebrated the true miracle of Christmas.
So how do we describe 2022? Faithfulness. God was indeed faithful to us. We really saw an environment for growth as we began to restore, rebuild, renovate, and make the community livable again, as we love God and love people. But now, Jesus calls us into 2023 when he says these very words: "Whoever believes in me will do the works that I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father." So whoever seeks, whoever trusts, whoever believes, 2023, our year for greater things. Greater things in our families, in our community, our country, and in our church. But you know, it all starts when we have a greater love for God, which leads us to have a greater love for people. 2023 is greater. Greater love for God and for people.